Hello everyone, welcome back to the Revival. It's a brand new week and today we are going to be taking in match day 29 in the Premier League. It's going to be Newcastle versus Wolverhampton Wanderers, first versus 8th, a points gap of 26 points, and it's going to be taking place at St James's Park as mentioned before. But before we get into that, I did ask you guys to weigh in the comment section about what to do about the Farfan situation. We have had a bid come in for him of some considerable amount of money, and it was pretty unanimous. Everybody, to a man and woman and child, saying that it would be good business to let him go and really use the money, build the team in other areas. But also, a lot of people pointing out that Farfan just really not part of the team, doesn't really seem to have a role within the team. So thank you to those of you that mentioned in the comment section what you thought we should do, and I'll go in here now and accept the terms of the transfer, which will be going on at the end of the season. So we are going to be letting him go. That recoups us 32 grand in the salary budget. That's not really the issue, but look at that transfer budget now. 117.9 million pounds in the kitty. We're definitely going to be able to do some business come the summer transfer window. So there we go. Now there are a couple of other bids that we have to look at here. We've had a bid for Xavi for 57 million. I really have no interest in taking that bid. I think Xavi is starting to creep his way into the first team now. It's not going to be too long before he starts imposing himself in the starting lineup. So at the moment, I'm going to say probably no to the PSG bid. So let's just end negotiations there. And we've had a bid for John Joe Shelvey, which I did mention before. It's from Cerezo Osaka. 7.6 million. He's rated at 11.7. I still feel like Shelvey's got something to give, even if he doesn't end up being a consistent starting player for us. I think that he's still got enough quality that he can do something for us. So I'm going to leave that open. Um, or should I just... No, let's just end negotiations. I'm going to be forthright with this. Okay, so that is everything as far as bids for our players today. Let's get into the match, which, as mentioned before, is Wolverhampton Wanderers at St James's Park. Have a look at the game plan to see who we're going to be playing with today. Well, the only thing we really have to concern ourselves with is tired legs, and I think this is a good opportunity to give Xavi that opportunity in the first team. He's been creeping in a little bit more recently, and I'm kind of tempted to give Paredes a little go out on the right hand side as well, actually. So let's do that. Joelinton not looking in the best of form, but it's not like we have many options on the bench at the moment. We have options on the pitch. Obviously, Joelinton. He gives us something different. He's a big, strong boy. He can hold the ball up. Even if he's a little bit out of form, I still think he could probably do something for us today. So we'll leave him on the bench, and the rest of the bench looks pretty strong. It has to be said. Don't really feel like making any massive changes. Maybe Angus Gunn can come in because it's the league, and I really feel like Angus Gunn now is pushing hard for regular inclusion. So he can play in goal for us, and maybe Zakaria can give Hayden a little rest. So we made more changes than I initially thought we might do. We're playing today. This is the first episode of the pod. What am I talking about? This is the first episode of the series that we'll be playing with Data Pack 4 installed. Part of the patch came along with that fixed the issue where if you imported kits, sometimes player models wouldn't appear on the opening page here. So that hopefully has been remedied now, so you can see what we're going to be playing in. And there's no kit clash there, so we're going to get straight to it, open up match day, and get going. See if we can get another 3 points. Now, I believe, and I really do apologise if I get your name wrong here, but is it Dali Ben or Dalai Ben? I'm not sure. I'm going to say Dali, and then you can correct me. If it's pronounced like the Dalai Lama, let me know. He pointed out that things have been pretty easy for us recently, and we might want to look at maybe upping the difficulty level on the game. I think that's definitely something we need to keep an eye on. I don't know if I necessarily want to do it halfway through the season, but that being said, if we continue to be racking up these 3-0 victories all over the place against teams that we might necessarily not expect to be winning by that kind of margin, then we will have to look at the difficulty. But I will point out that there have been games in this series where we really have. Hang on a second. Let's just. Oh, it's a foul. We really have struggled at times. Games where we've been knocking at the door all game long, and some of them have been off camera. In fairness, the Aston Villa match that I mentioned a few episodes ago ended up being a 1-0 win, and we really scraped that one. Let's see what we can do from the free kick. Junior, it's in. It's taken a massive deflection, but Junior, with 1 minute 50 on the clock, has stuck the ball in the back of the onion bag. Newcastle 1 goal to the good already. What were we talking about with difficulty? But yeah, as a player, I feel like I go through moments where everything is clicking and I get more joy, and then there are other times when I really struggle. So maybe we do need to notch up the difficulty by one. People keep asking this, and I'll mention it every now and then. But we are playing on top player difficulty, which, on a numerical scale, I think is 4 out of 6. So it's by no means the most difficult. But I think something that maybe is lost a little bit is the fact that if you actually look at the squad we have now, yes, we are playing as Newcastle United, but we've got a very, very good squad. Have we had a foul given against us here? I think we may have. Yes, we have indeed. Okay, so Wolves taking the goal kick. That's a good interception there by Todibo. Zakaria picks up the ball. It was a little bit of a loose pass. Out to Henriks on the right-hand side. Plays back into the middle for Zakaria, who plays it across to Nkunku. He's got a man over on the left. Plays it forward ahead instead. Willems on the left-hand side. Crosses the ball in. He's just looking for that little flick on just to... no. I was hoping he might control that slightly better, but it was a high looping ball taken on the volley on his right foot. It would have been difficult to control that in real life. Not going to have a go at a player for not quite being able to bring it under his spell so quickly. Newcastle having started very strongly here. Not really clicking in the attacking third yet. Thankfully we had that early free kick that we were able to stick away. That's given us the 1 goal advantage at the moment. Long ball forward, trying to trouble the Newcastle defence, not really managing it in the end. Wolves hang on to possession, although they start playing it backwards. It's a very good take from Nkunku. He's got support on his left, he uses it. Vinicius Junior now on the ball, plays it back to Nkunku. He's looking for the through ball to Werner, but he couldn't quite manage it. Newcastle retain possession though, and they go again. Out to Henriks. Xavi making a run, looking for the return ball. He does get it, keeps hold of it as well. I can't quite keep hold of possession, and it ends up going out for a goal kick. Wolves trying to play down the left-hand side here. Xavi and Henriks doubling up to try and win the ball. Doesn't quite manage it. Ball goes in, but it doesn't beat the man on the near post. And Newcastle with possession once again. Looking to make their attack count this time. Goes out wide to Paredes. Plays it out to Henriks. We know he's got a good cross on him. Plays it in. Can't quite get on it, but Nkunku manages to keep possession for Newcastle. Ball bounces free, and Nkunku keeps hold of the ball, passes it back to Zakaria, into Xavi now. That's a nice one too. Can he get the shot? No, he can't. Wolves are playing a dangerous game here, playing it around their box like this. But eventually they manage to get it out of the 18-yard box, and now if they play it right, they might be able to hit Newcastle on the break. It's a good take from the centre forward. He plays it into his strike partner. It's excellent defending. And a little bit too much from Diogo Jota there. Henriks, aware of what was going on, just got his foot to the ball and played it out to his full-back compatriot. That's the wrong word to use entirely. Cohort, probably the better word. Just before Diogo goes straight through the back of him. It's a bad tackle. We're still in possession of the ball, just trying to calm things down, keep possession of the football. No. Werner just not strong enough to hold on to the ball there. That's nice. Henriks on the right wing again, puts the ball in. Lose possession on the right-hand side. It's unlike Henriks to lose the ball there, but it's easily mopped up by the defence. Hummel's doing a fantastic job of reading the game. Came across, got his foot on the ball and just managed to guide it to a teammate. Here's Junior on the left-hand side, plays it in. Here's Werner. Nkunku picks up the ball. He's going to drive it from long distance. It takes a wicked deflection into the ground, takes all of the sting out of it. And that's it for half-time. It's 1-0 to Newcastle thanks to that second-minute free kick from Vinicius Junior. It's been a solid display, but you wouldn't say that it's been anywhere near the standard of the previous games. Good possession, good number of passes. Happy with the number of interceptions we've been making so far. No need to make any changes at this stage. We're just going to go straight into the second half and see if we can get that second goal that will make it secure for us. Paredes been a little bit quiet for us today, but that could all change in the second half. Oh, that's a wonderful ball. It's a little bit heavy for Werner, but oh my word, the vision there from the pass. Glorious through ball. If it had just been slightly lighter in touch, it would have found Timo Werner's foot. And knowing the German and his ability to finish, you'd have to say he was favourite to make it 2-0 there. Newcastle gathering around the ball, managing to win it. And no, Werner loses it again. It's just not able to, even with this training to be a fox in the box, which should in theory oh dear, this could be trouble. It's a free kick right on the edge of the area. Yellow card for Zakaria. I didn't think there was too much in it to allow to deserve the yellow card, honestly. It's just a coming together. But this could be trouble for Newcastle. Let's hope the wall does its job. And the wall does do its job. Hummels gets a slight touch on the ball and he manages to get his body in the way of the cross. Excellent defending from the German international. National team surely going to miss him when he retires. Oh, he's let that ball go there. That's a mistake from Todibo. And it's off the post and the rebound is taken with aplomb by the number 9, Raúl Jiménez. It's 1-1 and this is not what Newcastle wanted. After taking the lead so early through the free kick, they've not really looked like they were going to trouble the goal at the other end. And now with the equaliser, and really you've got to say that's a massive mistake by Todibo there. And the rest of the Newcastle players just standing watching. Very disappointing, but we're going to have to bounce back from it. That's what champions do, and if we want to be champions, we're going to have to do that today. It's Werner, very easy chance here, and it's gone in. Werner straight away. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Wolves have restored parity for all of a minute before Newcastle come back at the other end. And having said that, we've not really threatened the goal all game. It's a fantastic pass from out wide on the left by Vinicius Junior. Perfectly weighted. We've seen that ball once already today, and this time it works out perfectly for the German. He's able to take one touch to control the ball. It bounces a little bit luckily for him off of the Wolverhampton defender, and then it's for him a very simple opportunity to slip it past the goalkeeper into his near post, and it's 2-1 to Newcastle. Oh, very tricky, and it's a good shot. It's a little bit wide. Everything about that from Raul was absolutely fantastic until the finish. How many men did he beat here? 1, 2, 3 men maybe. Newcastle perhaps getting away with it a little bit there. Angus Gunn starts with the ball out to the wide right with Henriks. Henriks looking up for a pass to make. He sees one inside, just about makes it for Xavi. That could have been a very bad pass. To be fair, it probably was a bad pass. It's just he got a bit lucky. That's a nice little reverse ball for Willems. If he can whip this in, it could be a good opportunity. It's a little bit heavy. Don't know why that header was directed in that direction. Probably because I told him to. That was a silly thing for me to do. Now the Ford men trying to put a little bit of pressure on Wolves. Unable to do it, but Wolves passing, letting them down in the end, putting it out for a Newcastle throw. And here's the change. Sanya on for Neto. We'll see if that can change anything for Wolverhampton. Ball into the centre of the pitch from Nkunku, plays it forward to Werner, tries to play the 1-2, little dinked ball from Vinicius Junior. First time from Nkunku, but unfortunately unable to find the pass. And now Wolves looking to probe the Newcastle defence. Just unable to get the ball off of them. Good little technical players that Wolves have here. Oh, he's gone the wrong way, and this could be a chance. It's gone in, it's 2-2. Wolves keep finding a way back into this match. Poor defending from Newcastle. Several opportunities to win the ball back, none of them taken. And Jimenez has got his second of the game, and to be fair, it could have been 3 by now. So here come Newcastle again for the 3rd time, having to try and get the lead. Out wide right to Henriks. That's a good ball through. Everything until that final ball was well done. Paredes just not able to find his passing boots today. We know he hasn't got his shooting boots on. Oh no, don't do this to me. It's pretty good up until that point again. Trying to stretch the play with fast movement and good passing. That's a good little tackle there. Lob through ball to Werner. Defender does well. It's out wide right with Henriks. Plays it inside, a little bit short this time. Willems on the left. Can he get across in? He tries, he doesn't quite manage it. Ball comes away. And now Wolves on the break. They could do something here. Hummel's just about going to get to that. It's 86 minutes on the clock, and I have yet to make a substitution. That is a massive oversight on my part, but things were going fairly well. Paredes has beaten the two defenders. Here's a chance. Oh, he's put it wide. Junior's put it wide. I thought for certain that was going to be a third goal for Newcastle. Junior in acres of space, and he's put it wide of the post. Too late to make any changes that will probably affect things now, but we're going to try it anyway. Both fullbacks replaced. Going to keep the attacking fullbacks instruction on. We've got to try and get this third goal if we can. We've not been peppering them with opportunities. But we have been pretty incisive when we've had chances, apart from that last one from Junior. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well done, Angus Gunn. He hangs on to that very well. This is last gasp now. We've got one more opportunity to attack, I think. Ah, no. Wolves win it back, and that's probably it. They've got a chance here. Oh, my word. They've got an overlap. This could be a goal. Well done from the defender. It very nearly goes between the legs of Angus Gunn, and surely that is the end of the game now. It is. It's 2-2. That's a disappointing end to things, considering the early lead that we took and the fact that we got straight back into it when they pegged us back before. We never really dealt with Jimenez today. And I suppose that's what you get if you can't figure out one particular player. You're going to be liable to concede chances. And look at that, their shots compared to ours, they had so many more shots, 5 of them on target. It's no surprise they scored 2 goals. It's a disappointing end to that match, but what can you do? This is how football is sometimes. The defence, all 5s, Gunn getting a 6 basically because he got the ball. Yeah, nobody really excelling themselves today. Jimenez getting a 7, everyone else in 6s and 5s. So there we go. That's the end of that match. Disappointing, but we still have a little bit of a cushion at the top of the Premier League table. You can see there it has shrunk slightly to 8 points. Chelsea back on the winning track today. Liverpool and Manchester United making up the other 2 places in the top 4. Arsenal dropping out of the top 4 now, replaced by Manchester United. Manchester City may not be getting European football, which is probably something that their fans in real life will be getting used to the idea of in the near future. I have an update on negotiations here. So Farfan is going. Ribery, we've had an offer made for a full transfer. This is a little bit... we need to renegotiate Ribery's contract because he's valued at 77 million, and I can tell why Juventus have only bid 46 for him. It's because he's got a release fee of 51. So we're probably going to have to renegotiate Ribery's contract soon anyway, just to make sure that we don't lose him. But if we ever entertained thoughts of selling him, then we would definitely need to either get rid of the release fee or substantially increase it, because at the moment that is not an offer that I would be willing to entertain. So we're going to leave that. That will do us for today. Next time that you come and see me, it's going to be for the second leg of the Champions League. We're going to skip the Watford match and we're going to go straight to the Champions League against Milan. So until next time, thank you very much for watching. Take care. Hopefully we can get a better result next time. Bye-bye.